Cancers, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a look at what the next 72 hours has in store for you. I decided to do this setup because this is more like, I guess, visual for you guys, so you guys can actually see the cards. Oh wait, I'm gonna flip them. Any information that you may be looking for to book a reading with me, I will have listed in the description, so just check there. And let's go ahead and jump into your reading. All right, I gotta fix this. Oh, and if you ever want to catch me live where I do personal readings, I usually go live around 8:30, 10:30, or 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you don't catch me live around those times, I'm probably not live for that day. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first card's going to represent just the general energy for you, Cancers. So we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords talks about reflection. It talks about spending time with self. I think for the next 72 hours, you could be feeling a bit exhausted and needing to take care of your sleep schedule. And also just the quality of the thoughts that you're paying attention to. Are you paying attention to thoughts that are making you extremely paranoid or anxious? Are you paying attention to certain thoughts that could be causing you to second guess yourself? This could also be just rethinking a plan as a whole. You could have, had an idea of what you're going to do when it comes to a home situation or when it comes to finances, but you may be going back to the drawing board. Also, the Four of Swords talks about being on a break communication wise with someone. So you could be taking a break from talking to a love interest or a family member or whoever this may be. Now, going into career and finance for the next 72 hours, we have the Queen of Swords. So there could be a conversation that you're finally having with the higher ups in regards to your place within the company. Am I going to be promoted? Am I being acknowledged for my hard efforts? Or do I feel like I need to maybe realign myself with another company or other opportunities, because logically it could make sense in terms of your bank account. Also, the Queen of Swords talks about like wanting to know the truth. There could be certain rumors within the workplace where it's like, oh, is this true? Is this going to affect me? Okay, this also talks about detachment. You could feel like there's a strong need for you to detach your energy from others that you work with, or drama that may be going on within the environment that you work in. Now, going into love, we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups talks about deep connection. It talks about sharing how you feel with someone else, feeling like you and someone are on the same page emotionally, spiritually. There could feel like there's a connection. So for my Cancers who are in a relationship, you could feel this way, where you and your person are trying to connect with each other deeper, or you guys naturally are. You could also be on a break from speaking to your person and you could still feel them emotionally. Like you could feel where they're at emotionally. You still feel connected to them more than ever to some degree. For my Cancers who are single, this Two of Cups talks about like only wanting to surround yourself or only wanting to focus on connection that actually is authentic, where you don't have to muzzle how you feel, or you don't have to be, extremely concerned about how you're going to be received. And for some of you, you could be tired of dating and connected with people where it just feels like they want something, whether that's your time, your attention, your energy, but they may not be willing to give the same back. So I do see you trying to assess that. For any of my singles who still feel, a connection to someone who you're not speaking to as of right now, you could be trying to assess exactly what that is and what you should do. Now, the possible challenge that you may run into, Cancers, we have the Six of Wands. So the challenge may be there being certain things that you really want to accomplish or be successful in completing. There could be little distractions or things that try to stop you in your path, in your progress. And it's going to be really, really important that you recognize these things that could hinder you or stop you in your flow. There also may be things that are being shown to you in someone's behavior, and that may be difficult to come to terms with, especially if this person did show you a different side before and then now they're showing you this side, and it's like, okay, well, who is this person? Okay. Some of you also have very specific goals, things that you want to accomplish, and it's that intimidation of wondering, like, can I actually be successful in accomplishing these things? Now, going into the advice, I have the 9 of Cups. So the advice is to make sure any goals that you're setting during this time frame that you're very specific in terms of how you're going to accomplish them. And again, staying clear of distractions. But also with the 9 of Cups, this is making sure that you're emotionally content irregardless of what the outcome may be with a relationship, within your job. It's really it's really a pro or a superpower, I should say, to be able to remain emotionally grounded irregardless of what's happening around you. And the advice is to find that peace within self that no situation, circumstance, lack thereof can stop you from being happy with self. Okay, some of you also may have someone around you where they need to be happy with self. And that may be, something that you can't necessarily force upon them. They're going to have to go through that journey of learning this themselves. Now, going into the outcome card, we do have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess talks about using your intuition, having intuitive nudges, or your spiritual team giving you synchronicities, insight that could be helpful as a whole. The High Priestess also talks about going into going into secrecy, or keeping your plans, your ideas to yourself and just putting your head down and working on them. Some people around you may not understand, like, hey, what is Cancer up to? Why do they seem really distant? And it's not because you're, distracted. It could be because you're really trying to lock in with self. I think that also your spiritual journey could be a big focal point by the end of this time frame. There also may be a Pisces of significance too. Now let's go ahead and go into the oracle. So oracle cards we have here, we have healing, which is represented by the medical staff. We got an ambulance, so that's interesting. And we also have the skull, which represents endings. It did show up in reverse, but we're going to flip it upright. So when it comes to the overall message from your spiritual team with the oracle cards, allow them to assist you with healing, okay? A lot of times, spirit is going to step in. Our spiritual team, God is going to step in whenever they see that we're being taken for granted, we're being taken for a loophole, and being thrown off of our path. And I do think your spiritual team is trying to come through and give you that help, give you that support. But some of you may not want certain things to go in this process. And that could be where the resistance is kind of coming up, where it's like, I don't really want this situation to go. I just want it to be fixed. But the way that it could be fixed is from inside out. And you may need to allow your spiritual team to work. I think that also too, a lot of you are being forever changed when it comes to a healing journey. Like the person that you were 6 months ago is not the person that you're becoming now or that you are now. So give your current self grace. But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and to give you insight. If you enjoyed, definitely thumbs up the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.